So beware of the 4-second clip coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. So, as I've said many times before, the left always have to resort to tricks to try to make an argument. You know, they can't rely on facts because they don't have never have the facts to support their argument. Well, I mean, when it comes down to conservatives, us on the right, we have viewpoints based upon what the facts say. Well, the left, they have facts based upon what their viewpoint says. So that's why our arguments always stand the test of the time and holds up water, because the facts support our arguments. And this is why the left have to always resort to other tactics and other tricks to try to make an argument. And one of those being like move the goalposts. They're always moving the goalposts. Doesn't matter in anything not cemented down or anything not nailed down or bolted down, they will move because they support their agenda more than a fact. Now, as far as the 4-second clip, what is the 4-second clip? It obviously is them taking 4 seconds, 3 to 4 second clip from a video or some audio and using this as evidence of something while completely ignoring the rest of the context. And the 4-second clip has to be probably one of the most widely used examples of a leftist tactic, especially when it comes down to media, whether it be the mainstream media, news, CNN, MSNBC, or social media. Got leftists on making videos on YouTube, posting up stuff. This is basically a perfect example of the most widely used of the 4-second clip. And this has to be one of the most widely used tactics, if not the most widely used tactics. You know, they did this with Donald Trump. You remember the whole find people on both sides speech, the whole thing? They took that 4-second clip and then tried to make racism out of that, trying to make he supported neo-Nazis. And how dare he say that they're firing people on both sides, even though they were firing people on both sides. You know, there had decent human beings out there who were protesting against taking down the statues, against removal of history, because removing history and removing statues is not going to change history. And I always say, why would you take down statues of, Civil War era monument statues, if all you're going to do is just keep crying about the damn Civil War? You can just leave the statues up there. But taking statues down is not going to change history. And these good people, decent people, again, more and more conservatives are starting to stand up. So that's just was the start of conservative people starting to get fed up with the nonsense from the left. So these people staged their protests against taking down the statues, and the people on the left came out and clashed their protest, which was largely peaceful until Antifa showed up. But there were decent people on both sides. Now the thing that kills me is that just 4 seconds prior to him saying they will find people on both sides, within 10 seconds, he said that he was condemning neo-Nazis and white supremacists. So you telling me you can play the 4 seconds of him saying find people on both sides, even though that's not a bad thing, and then try to make bad out of it, but you can't play the additional 4 seconds before that with him condemning the white supremacists? That's the 4 second, basically the 4 second clip right there. Now I remember back in, this has to be 2008, 2009-ish, around when Barack Obama first got in office, and this is when the Tea Party was at their height. And of course, the Tea Party was basically the Proud Boys of back then. You know, they were criticizing the Tea Party, calling them a bunch of racists, white folks, neo-Nazis, the usual. And they did the best. People on the left, they did the best in their power to try to make the Tea Party look racist. Now, they will release a bunch of videos out there, try to prove that. Of course, they all fell flat. But what they would do is they would show these montage of signs at Tea Party rallies. Again, which honestly doesn't hold a lot of water, because we know that the left will resort to photoshopping signs to try to make a point. And even then, if you watch these videos, none of the signs were racist. Well, there was one particular video, and this video was about maybe 4.5 minutes long, 4.5 to 5 minutes long, of a montage of these signs that supposedly show that the Tea Party is racist. None of the signs were racist. And you're looking at these signs, you're waiting for the racism, and that racism never come by. However, there was this 4-second clip all throughout the video at different points of some white guy supposedly at a Tea Party rally saying, "I hate black people." And they kept repeating that 4-second clip throughout the video. It was like I said, a 4.5 minute video, and about 4 or 5 times they referred back to this little 4-second clip of this white guy saying, "I hate black people" at a Tea Party rally. Well, in this video, somebody posted a link to where the actual video that the clip was taken from. Now, this was a 12-minute video, and this was again at a Tea Party rally. And at about the 4 minute mark in this video was this white guy saying, "I hate black people." Of course, they picked that little clip out, and that's the Tea Party is racist. However, if you watch the whole entire video, toward the end of the video, you see the Tea Partiers basically telling this guy to get the hell out of there. They chased him off, saying that that's not what we stand for. So how do you take a 4-second clip of a video showing that the Tea Party is not racist to make the Tea Party racist? That's the danger of the 4-second clip. And they do this all the time. This is what the left does. Again, they have to resort to these tactics to try to make a point. And I believe that more and more people are starting to wake up to this, though. But we have to keep hammering it out there. We have to keep putting the truth out there, because repetition is going to basically dismantle facts. I mean, dismantle the nonsense from the left. You know, there's that saying that, what's that old saying, that if you tell the lie big enough, long enough, and loud enough, well, people eventually accept the lie as true. I say we on the right we need to be speaking the truth big enough, long enough, and loud enough. And the truth, big enough, long enough, and loud enough spoken, will outweigh the lie. But anyway, that's my little point on this. Beware of the 4-second clip. And as always, y'all, until next time.